Anderson.
I'm John.
I'm Mufasa Butt.
I'm Will Bruns.
So this video is basically going to walk you guys through how to build design thinking teams, or how to encourage design thinking in your teams at work. So the first stage of design thinking is empathize. So that's when you want to get as much data as possible and you want to get as many ideas flowing as possible. And in order to create a really good empathizing atmosphere, you need a lot of trust, you need a lot of vulnerability, and it needs to just be open. There can't be any judgment at all. So some of the top performing teams that kind of do that, well, you think of who's probably the best team in the world. Well, the Marines come to mind, not necessarily in the business place, but the Marines are one of the top performing teams. And the reason why they are is because there's such a strong amount of trust between them. They treat each other like brothers and sisters, and they would do anything for the person next to them. Now in this video, we're gonna kind of do some things that the Marines go through. There's some exercises that one person can't get through it alone. So one thing we're gonna do is we're gonna have an obstacle course, and we're gonna have other teammates guide that person through. And what that does is that makes that one person going through the test vulnerable, and they don't know what's going on, so they have to rely on their other teammates to get that. And that's gonna help build that trust, and then that's gonna encourage design thinking, create that innovative atmosphere that we want.
So we're going to be taking one of our team members, and he is going to be going through a little bit of an obstacle course. He's going to be blindfolded, and we're going to have a couple people giving directions, and this is meant to build trust and, have a little fun along the way.
So Mufasa, for that exercise, you couldn't see anything, correct?
Correct, yeah.
So you didn't know what was going on, you didn't know your surroundings. Alrighty, so how do you feel after that? Do you feel like you trust those guys more?
Yeah, I was actually pretty nervous walking through. I felt I was going to hit something, but they guided me, so built actually a good amount of trust, Trust them to guide me through it. Thought I hit something, but I'm good.
Alrighty.
So in our next exercise, it's somewhat of the same premise. One of our teammates is blindfolded and the other is not. The difference with this is the person giving orders actually has something at stake. They can bump into a desk, and not only is this going to help both parties be vulnerable and both parties communicate well, it will also have something at stake for both parties.
I'm really glad that I could trust him to get us through the course. I definitely could not see anything, and it was very nervous the entire time.
Right. You guys feel like that there's a little bit more strong bond between you guys, a little better communication now?
Yeah, I'd say so, because not at, like, as Will was saying earlier, it's not just him at risk, we're both vulnerable, because if I wasn't guiding right, I would get hit by a desk as well. So it was kind of give and take situation.
Right.
All right, so back at the front of the classroom. So after these exercises, you can see that he's definitely built some trust between Mufasa and AJ and Will as well. That guiding through and trying to get around obstacles, it really does make a person feel vulnerable, and it helps build that trust. And there's now a little bit of a bond between them. They feel a little more, I think, like friends, not quite as strangers like we were when we got here. So it's been an interesting experiment. I definitely think that as we go forward, there's going to be a lot more design thinking going on, a much better creative and innovative atmosphere that we can now foster.